So the fallout from Roseanne's Twitter tirade continues. In fact, earlier Wednesday morning, Roseanne went on a tweet storm, vowing that this is after vowing to leave Twitter the previous day. Well, apparently she decided, no, I'm going to stay on Twitter. I'm going to keep tweeting. Okay, well, that reminds me of somebody else that tends to do that. I mean, who else do we know? Do we cover a lot that does early morning tweet storms addressing the haters and losers? Anyway, so after she apologized for what was a racist tweet, she decided to kind of put the blame on something else. She said, guys, I did something unforgivable, so do not defend me. Okay, good. We're good so far, right? It was 2 a.m, and I was Ambien tweeting. It was Memorial Day, too. I went too far and do not want to be defended. It was egregious, indefensible. I made a mistake and wish I hadn't. Don't defend it, please. Okay. Great. So, now, of course, what did her right-wing fans do? Well, they, of course, defended her. Because that's what they do. The First Amendment is being infringed. That's kind of funny because, first of all, it's not a First Amendment issue. But the same people that are defending Roseanne are the same ones that cheered on the NFL for making their players unable to protest on the field. Kind of funny how that works. But okay, look, she said it's unforgivable, indefensible. I mean, that's true. She got her entire cast members fired and the crew of the show. That sucks for them. And I know, yes, they kind of knew, look, they knew who Roseanne was for a long time. I get it, right? But they're all losing their jobs because of her stupid tweet. Yeah, some will get jobs elsewhere. I don't know about the rest of the cast. I guess I'm not really all that interested or concerned, but nonetheless, it is kind of a sad day. But here's the thing. Ambien tweeting? I was up 2 a.m, and I had Ambien, and I ended up tweeting out some racist things. I mean, hasn't that happened to you guys? No, I didn't know that Ambien has the side effect of blatant racism. I mean, I don't know, like, is that a side effect that's known? Well, actually, Ambien tweeted out, racism is not a side effect of Ambien. That's kind of hilarious. It's the drug maker that actually makes Ambien is one who tweeted that out. Hilarious. But, okay, well, look, you're going to blame Ambien. Does that mean that you were on Ambien when Susan Rice, back in 2013, you said was a man with giant 8 balls? I'm sorry, giant swinging 8 balls. Man, I don't know, like, that really must mess you up, that medication. In fact, later on she said, quote, not giving excuses for what I did, tweeted, but I've done weird stuff while on Ambien. Cracked eggs on the wall at 2 a.m., etc. Maybe that's not Ambien, maybe you're just crazy. That's a possibility. Just saying. But look, it's funny. Oh man, yeah, all the drugs makes me do crazy things. Yeah, I know, right? Because I remember when I took Ambien and found myself in Charlottesville hanging out with Richard Spencer. I mean, that stuff messes you up, man. It messes you up. Kidding aside. So Twitter decided to drag her so incredibly hard for those tweets about Ambien that she ended up deleting most of them. But you know the internet, nothing ever really disappears on the internet. So, but anyway, at one point, she said that she was fired because of fears over a potential boycott of the show's advertisers. Well, that's interesting, right? Now, the show itself, look, while Roseanne Connor, her character is a Trump supporter, the rest of the cast mostly isn't. And the show itself is actually not bad. I mean, look, they tried to explore different issues. There's a biracial daughter. There's a son with gender identity issues. And they did try to explore those topics. So, to be fair, right, that wasn't bad. But the problem here, the real problem was with Roseanne Barr, who, like the president, cannot stop tweeting ridiculous things like conspiracy theories and, of course, racist things. Now, that gets you in trouble. Now, after this whole thing happened, after the cancellation, and, of course, some of her co-stars had denounced those tweets, well, she decided she would lash out at Michael Fishman and Sarah Gilbert. Now, in a response to a tweet from Fishman, saying that, what she said was terrible and all that stuff, she said, "I created the platform for that inclusivity, and you know it. Me. You throw me under the bus. Nice." Again, the way that the tweets sound, you could almost say that Trump wrote them. They sound so incredibly Trumpian. And now, responding to Gilbert's tweet about her disappointment in Roseanne Barr, the actress wrote, "Wow, unreal." Wow. And look, again, in a lot of her tweets, she's like, "Well, I made a mistake. It was terrible." But here's the thing. I think that she realizes that her only mistake was being open about it, not and actually believing the stuff that she tweets. And that's the thing, right? That's what bothers me. Like, I think in her mind, like, if somebody she doesn't like happens to be black, well, then I can call them an ape. Now, if they're a Muslim, well, I can call them also terrible things, animals, right? Now, if it's a black guy that she likes, well, then that black guy is wonderful. Like, oh, I like that one. He's one of the good ones. And I know they don't explicitly say stuff like that, but I think that's the mindset that's going on here. Oh, they're one of the good ones. Oh, they don't cause a problem. Oh, this person is just fine. I don't see what the issue is here. So, look, that's how a lot of I guess that's how modern racism works, right? They pull out the slurs for black people that are uppity, that they don't like. And in the case of President Obama, well, how much more uppity could you be than becoming the president of the United States? Or in Colin Kaepernick, how much more uppity could you be while going in protesting against systemic racism? So, again, that's kind of how this works. But it is still racism at the end of the day. Now, she also tweets and retweets weird conspiracy theories. For example, the one against George Soros, literally calling him a Nazi collaborator, which is ridiculous, unproven. He was 13 years old during the Nazi occupation. Among other things, no, it has been debunked that he was a Nazi collaborator. But again, they like to pick on George Soros. Look, I got my own problem with George Soros. He's a hardcore capitalist. Yes, he gives to liberal causes, and I think that's another thing that I have a problem with, is because it's more big money in politics. And I'm against the big money in politics. Doesn't matter what side it comes down on. So, but nonetheless, truth is truth, and bullshit, lies, and conspiracy theories are exactly what those are. So, but anyway, I think the only lesson that Roseanne has learned from this entire thing, unfortunately, is that she just shouldn't tweet openly about racist things, that she should keep it in check. And of course, for her, she's unable to do it. Hey, everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.